Yeah, I said I was gonna go live, and I'm going live. Uh, Not happening. Thank you. Relatively new. A lot of people are, especially with what's going on recently. Let me take off my watch because I've had it on all day and it's wrist kind of sweaty. So yeah, I guess I'm the new target, and I just want to thank you all um, for coming and checking it out. How was I gonna start this? There's like a lot of things I want to say. Apparently, I started making the rounds in the anonymous anti-Frank, anti-Ophelia, and I guess now it's anti-Dimwit pages. So I started making the rounds in that, and my name started getting out there, and I've been getting messages. I've been getting tagged and stuff. I've been getting my channel attacked, but that's cool. It doesn't bother me. I hope everyone's having a good Sunday and staying clear in this rain. And sandbags are being handed out. If anyone needs help on figuring out how to get sandbags, I could relay you to the correct place for that because I want everyone to stay safe. Love you all, and I love you all for joining me today. And I just want to go ahead and welcome everyone to what is apparently the first of, it's probably going to be many because these people love talking about me now, roast of Digital Dimwit. Yes, we are going to have a Digital Dimwit roast, and I'm going to have fun. I've always wanted a roast, and let's just get into it. I'm sorry I didn't make this live earlier, and oh man, my new mic is already giving me a hard time. Uh, might have to go to this old one. But yeah, it started happening yesterday. I was busy hosting friends. Friends were over. We were having a good time, and this morning I woke up to even more like I guess mean girl comments or evil comments like that. Was gonna address it, but I was like, you know what? It's Sunday. It's a day for family. So me and the family went to Barnes and Noble. We went shopping. We went and got stuff at the pet store. Grocery shopping. We had a good time. Now that I'm home, I could finally like kind of just talk about this, get it over real quick because I'm in a good mood. All this news has put me in a good mood. So I'm making some steaks tonight. Yes, I'll post a picture of it, like some pretty good steaks, sirloin cut. Um, so yeah, let's get into it. The roast of Digital Dimwit. Let's see if I have this stuff here. It's loading. I should have prepped this a little bit earlier, but I'm sorry, I'm a dimwit here. So I don't know if anyone's heard like my name mentioned or thrown around a little bit. It's been happening, but let's get this started. Apologies for my background. I love my background though. This is the first thing that came out. Sorry, I am Hispanic. I do have Hispanic family members. Took 4 years of Spanish. Took AP Spanish. Still have a hard time with that. I guess it's like broken Spanish, but at least I admit it when I have broken Spanish. Uh, so yeah, how far they'll go to get Vanessa is really disturbing. And celebrate when bad things happen to her. It's a dangerous game. Me, never celebrated her. I've covered her, and those of you who followed me long enough know that I've covered her, and I don't go after her. I just talk about what happens with her, like what she posts, and I use her own videos against herself. I don't have to go out and make any of these claims or attacks because I just show her video. So similar, that's what they're doing. They're copying the Digital Dimwit method, and I appreciate that. I love that I can inspire people. In this video, I did admit that I have a an alternate account. I mean, everyone does. I'm attacked by nothing but alternate accounts today, so it's a very common thing. And the reason I had this alternate account was because I was blocked while Vanessa was going on a rant against me. Like while Vanessa was talking about me, she blocked me so I couldn't say anything. Created like they act like it's really hard to create a Facebook account. It's like 2 minutes and you have a Facebook account like ready to go. So I created a quick Facebook account and I would watch her videos there. So at the same time, I'm still helping her by giving her the watch time. I would give a couple of thumbs up, slam on the heart because she loves to slam on the hearts. And I made the comment that I did have a conversation with Vanessa, and I did. And that conversation took place like September of last year because the main reason I was there was I was getting information on my future videos. I needed to watch the lives. I never, and you could see all my videos. I've never said anything in a private conversation with her. I've never drilled her for information and went to go leak it anywhere. I've never done that. I've never said, "Oh, I had a conversation with Vanessa. She told me this," or "Guys, hey, watch out! Like Vanessa's planning this." No, because when we did talk, it was never about. It was never about like, "What's your next move?" or "What are you gonna do now?" or "What do you think of this?" Nothing. It was just. I even reached out to her as myself at one point, kind of saying that a lot of this stuff is going too far. That the attacks kind of need to stop on all ends. I've said that before, and she still attacked me after that, but that's fine. That's completely different. So yes, I admitted here. At least I admit to having a fake account. I know there's a lot of people that don't admit to having their fake accounts, and that's what makes me a little bit different. Uh, had a conversation with her. I think on only two occasions. Um, just because she was saying like I don't believe anyone who's friends with me, so if you're friends with me you need to send me proof or you need to have a conversation with me or something. So I wanted to stay on the page because I needed the videos for the investigations I was doing. So I had to do that, save face, stay on the page, and keep on going. But I don't think I've spoken to her since September, maybe October. It was at the height of all the court cases and the election. But I stopped it there, and I've even stopped the Vanessa videos, even though a lot of people have been begging. Like, people will comment at least once a day, like, "Hey, when's the next Vanessa video? When are you gonna make the next Vanessa video?" And I said it in the past, and I'm saying it again here. I've stopped the Vanessa videos. My main purpose for that was for public education on her, since she was running to be a representative for the state of Texas. Since she was running to be a representative for the state of Texas, I wanted to educate the public. She was reaching a lot of people, so I wanted to do my due diligence, DD, and educate the people who might not know this side of her. So I did that. She lost the election. I stopped making the videos. Then I attempted again to say, "Hey, look, things are going too far. Like, you're not even running anymore. It should have stopped." And she attacked me again. So then I made like one more video addressing her. That's it. And I've really done nothing there since. I've never gone after her again or since then. I did make a comment last week on either Franco or Ophelia's. I don't know which video, which live of theirs, because she's making this a whole race issue, and it's never really been with race. There's not an American race. Like, every race is American. You know, there's African American, European American, Mexican Americans. So I really hate when they try and use like a race card or a race issue to support their arguments. And I went and said what I've heard, because people who claim to know Vanessa or have been or in her family came and gave me some information. I never used it I don't think I used it in a video. I might have. I don't think I did. Because there's a lot of things that I could have said and could have used against Vanessa, but I didn't. Like, I've never mentioned her kids. I've never shown photos of her kids. Even when I talked about her son making a live about her, I didn't show his video. I didn't show his video. I didn't show his face. I didn't even use his name. I just used the audio, because I think in this there's a lot of things that shouldn't be, there's a lot of lines that shouldn't be crossed, and I don't cross those. Like, I could have made like an hour, 2 hour long breaking down that whole Star's arrest and her children crying, but I have a daughter myself, and I can't, even going back and watching that live, I can't get past a lot of it because I feel bad for those little girls crying, and I just, I don't know, children crying is like one thing that just gets to me. So I don't talk about that. Like, I don't do low blows. I don't talk about family. I don't talk about stuff like that. But this last week I did mention something that I was told by one of her family members. And I'll say it again, like, I'm not hiding it. I'm not backtracing anything. That the theory that was told to me, and I even said I believe, or I was told. I didn't say it was a fact, because it might not even be a fact. It's just something that I heard, as a lot of this information is hearsay. That Vanessa's father married an Anglo woman, and this Anglo woman had a daughter. So Vanessa technically has a step sister who is Anglo. And I've noticed that Vanessa. I also said that I noticed that Vanessa attacks people, but whenever it's someone light skinned or Anglo, that's when there's like a little more hatred. There was the issue with the Rices. There's the issue with Annette. There's anyone who is light skinned. She might have an issue with, or maybe I'm just noticing it and she hasn't noticed it, or maybe no one else knows it. Maybe it's just me. But I said, okay, well, one of her favorite words to use against a light skinned woman is to call them Becky's. Well, Vanessa's stepsister is named Becky. I don't know if it's true or not. That's just what one family member and one close friend came and told me. When they gave me a lot of information, I never used it because I felt like that was too personal. But I had to make this connection because it was being things were being said. I was like, okay, people have the information wrong. This is what I've been heard. Like, this is what I've been told. This is what I've heard. So I said, well, maybe it's like deep seated hatred because I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychoanalyst. Uh, Maybe she could have some resentment, which is why she uses the name Becky to attack light skinned women. That's what this whole issue is about. Like, this whole issue that's coming up is basically that. So let's get back to the roast. They're coming after me like this. 1969. I've addressed you. I repeated it because it's just information. I even asked if someone could clarify it. I asked if anyone else had any proof or if it was just someone feeding me lies. And I think it was Ophelia. I even asked her, like, hey, I heard this. Is this true? It was just information. Ophelia knows more than I do. So that's why I had repeated it. Okay, let's get on to the roast. I was going to wear my Halloween blazer during Halloween. I'm going to do a lot of cool Halloween videos. And I got a Halloween blazer just for that, but it's way too hot. What's going on? Okay. Wow, just imagine what VT goes through on a daily basis with these types of people behind fake profiles. These people are dangerous. I pray God sends divine protection on and around Vanessa and her loved ones. This right here is not right. No wonder she fears for her life. Exactly. Never attacked her. Said it a bunch of times. I expose her. I use her own words against her. And that's about it. I've never gone to Raymondville. I don't even know where her house is. I've never followed her. I was given her license plates once and I never did anything with it. I was told that she was in McAllen at one point and they told me where she was and I'm like, I'm not going to go bother. Like, I'm not attacking her. I'm not going after her. Like, my beef with her is over. It was just like that public education and I don't need to go follow her, stalk her, be a paparazzo or anything like that. So if she fears for her life because I wanted to educate the public and use her own words against her, that's, I don't know. And mind you, I'm being attacked by all this because I admitted to having a fake profile. All these people coming after me have fake profiles. So how come they're not getting mad at themselves? Why are they still hiding? And that's kind of why this doesn't bother me because they're fake profiles. I have my number here. You could call me. You could text me if you want. And we could talk about it. But if you're just going to wait till I'm not looking or wait till I'm busy to say something about it, that's why it doesn't bother me. If you're scared to do it in front of me or to my face, it's no threat. It's just you. It's just you being a keyboard warrior trying to upset me, but it's not upsetting me because if I don't know your face, you're no one. You're nothing. So let's keep it going. We have a lot of these to go through. Wow, that's crazy. How could these wives be okay with their husbands doing this is beyond me. I don't speak for Frank. I don't speak about his wife or for his wife. He does that on his own. I asked my wife, I was like, hey, what do you think about all this? And she supports me. She just texted me right now that she supports me. She knows that I'm not doing anything wrong. She knows I'm not viciously going after anyone. She knows I'm not doing anything with ill intent. Just, a machine of information here. Hello, I'm seeing a lot of people messaging me. I'm gonna get to y'all. Hello, everyone. So, and what do the wives have to do with it? Like, the wives shouldn't even be mentioned. Like, I've never gone and talked about. I've never used, like, I'll use it this time, Cody's name. I've never used him. I've never talked about him. I've talked about the relationship, but I never said the name. I've never used pictures of him. So why is it okay for my personal life to be thrown in here when I don't really go after Vanessa's. I use her, like I've said it so many times, I use her lives to tell her narrative. So let's go on to the next one. It's a long while. This guy's so full of himself, as well trying to hard to look like La Donna. La Doña. I'm sorry. Let's get likes and follows, dude. Your show is good, so you decided to attack a woman. Do you have a mother, sister, anyone that you could attack? Might as well be so proud of you, you sad piece of caca. If you ask me, you came from a woman. Oh God, forgive these people, for they know not what they do. I think that's what they were trying to say. Let's break this down. Okay. Your show was good, so you decided to attack a woman. I've never attacked a woman, and my content was very different before I started the Vanessa video. So if you were watching back then, that's awesome. Back then, I used to talk about movies and comic books, and as you can see, action figures, collectibles, and maybe I'll go back and do stuff like that. I have like posters all the way to the ceiling on this side. So thank you for watching the content from there, and I appreciate it. I'm not trying to be like Ophelia. Me and her have completely different content, and we respect each other for our distinct content. All about likes and follows. I really don't care about the likes or follows. I have a private number calling me. Hold on. Hello?
Hello, Digital?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, Daredevil, it's Isabel Martinez.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, are we live or no?
Yeah, we are live right now. You're on the air.
Alright, I just want to give mad respect to where it's due. And like I say, I love your show. I love what you do. Don't stop doing what you're doing. I'm kind of on the same boat with you when it comes to being attacked. I am a fake profile. I
Okay.
will admit to that.
At least you admit
But
to it, and there's respect right there.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, I like following Frank. I like Ophelia. I like what you do, like I said. But it's been up to recently. Ophelia's been addressing me. Now, she asked a question.
Mm-hmm.
She asked, "What did I do to Isabel Martinez?" She didn't do anything personally. But what I do want to tell her on your platform, I don't want no beef with her, of course.
Okay.
It's just that Ophelia, when I started watching her, I liked her topics. Yes, we all rant about Vanessa and so on. But
Of course.
Ophelia had some really good topics. As a matter of fact, my favorite show of hers was when she was talking about the elderly folks.
Mm-hmm.
And I can relate, because there's a lot of, elderly folks that are being abused and used and so on. Now, fast forward to the recent events with her exposing Frank and just getting into business that she shouldn't even be in the first place, because marriage is a sacred thing. You gotta, it's you don't even get involved in anybody's marriage, period.
Mm-hmm.
And then to have Alexandria recording her and so on, that's just out of line. Now, she's telling me, what did I do to her? I mean, what did she do to me personally? She didn't do anything. But you backtrack to some of her videos where she says some racial things, and it's like, no, you don't go there, ma'am. You don't go there. I love every color under the sun. Okay, don't
Mm-hmm.
get me wrong. My son is black.
Okay.
So when she would talk about people of color, describing them as tires, describing them as a black sweater in her dirty ass room, I would cringe to that.
Mm-hmm.
I would so
Okay,
cringe.
one moment. I actually have Ophelia right now asking who this is. If you just want to restate one more time, she just wants to know. Ophelia, it's Isabel Martinez. She's on the line. She's just wanting to voice her opinion, and everyone knows on my platform anyone could say what they want. I don't cut anyone off. But I'm sorry, if you could continue.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Let me speak, and then she'll speak her part, because that's the way I do it. I like to let the person speak, and then, of course, the rebuttal comes afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would cringe to that. Like, oh man, these ladies are so freaking cool. You know, her and Angie, I loved them. Loved them, loved them, loved them. Pero I would cringe to that. I'm like, no, they cannot be like that. No, they cannot be like that. No way.
Mm-hmm.
And then fast forward to the whole evacuees from Louisiana. Miss Francis said, you know, they call them coon. They call them coon. Because they were all like, what do they call them? What do they call them? Que Creole this, que, you know, and then Francis ends up calling them coons. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, really? And then Ofelia didn't even say anything. She laughed, as a matter of fact. She laughed, and I'm like, ay, mi raza, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we definitely can be like that, guys. It's the 21st century, for crying out loud. Let's love one another, you know what I mean? Like, who gives a damn what color dick Vanessa loves, you know what I mean? But come on now, like, come on, no, you don't do that. Yeah, you know, get that out of your head, you know, we're already past the Civil War, yeah, vámonos, you know, we all got civil rights and everything. But, like, for her to, like, be racist like that, that's not cool, Ophelia. Now, fast forward to now, she's bashing on me, saying that I took advantage of the birthday club. Look, I 100% agree with the birthday club. I like that you all give each other money and everything. My real birthday was July 13th, yes. And look in your handy-dandy notebook, Ophelia. My birthday is not on there. Okay, Dina Ramos or Ramos, twin. You fell on the same birthday I fell on, okay? Don't be telling people that I took advantage of the birthday club, okay? That's not cool. If I really wanted to bank, guess what? I could show proof of a Isabel Martinez with the ID, date of birth, with the date of birth, September 6th. I could have banked on Goito's birthday if I really wanted to, but I didn't because I don't believe in taking other people's money. I work for a living, sir.
Exactly.
Daredevil. I work for a living. Now, basically, that's all I wanted to say, and I'm glad you were on today.
Oh, I appreciate it, and I appreciate the call-in.
And like I said, Ophelia has some great content without Vanessa, without bashing on people's marriages. She has some awesome freaking shows. But when she turned racist and she showed her true colors, I was like, nombre, that's it. She's dead to me. And that's a figure of speech, sir. Dead to me. Like, I don't know, maybe, hopefully your kids never say this when they get older, but that's what people say. Like, oh, you're dead to me and this and that, you know. That's a figure of speech, ma'am. Now, when I say R.I.P. O.M., R.I.P. Francis, R.I.P. Mimi, that means that y'all are dead to me. Yeah, no. You know, you all don't exist to me anymore. Is it a threat? No, ma'am, it's not. It's not a threat. But, in a nutshell, that's what I had to tell you guys.
No, and I know a lot of people have been wanting to hear from you. A lot of people have been wanting you to call Ophelia. And I guess kind of get your side. I mean, I'm glad you used this platform to get that out. So hopefully a lot of people kind of understand the situation and know reasonings for both parties. But I appreciate the call, though.
She mentions this Baby Yoda. I don't know the gentleman. Much respect to Baby Yoda for all the work he does.
Oh, Baby Yoda's awesome. I've spoken to him a few times. He's a good guy.
Yeah. Same. I spoke to him once, had one conversation with him. He wished me a happy birthday and stuff. He sent me some awesome track on some Christian song he was working on. But she's saying to her peacocks that I was offering myself to him. Now, we all flirt with Baby Yoda, and it's part of the show, like she says, you know. And again, I just mad respect to Baby Yoda, and I didn't mean no disrespect with that. But like she says, it's part of the show. So now she's trying to say that we were involved somehow or way or another. And it's like, come on, lady. Like, stop trying to brainwash people. You know what I mean?
I get you. I understand your reasoning.
Dude, Daredevil, thanks again for letting me call in, and don't stop doing what you're doing. I love your topics, and mad love and respect to you.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much, and I'm glad you're watching.
Ándale, pues.
Bye.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye. Okay. That's a topic that's been talked about a lot lately. I'm glad that was kind of able to get addressed. But let's get back to the roast here. Already addressed this. Let's see what's coming next. It's gonna start getting worse. It's gonna be getting worse, guys, and I just want to prepare you all for that. I bet he smells girls' hair in public and blanks off to people's feet. My thoughts exactly. I have a call coming in. Hold on. Hello? Hello?
So can I talk?
Yeah, real quick so I can get back on topic.
You can go to the roast in a little bit.
Alright, I'll go back to the roast in a little bit, Ophelia.
Tell me when I can talk.
Go ahead.
All right, so Isabel Martinez was on the line. And guys, this is Ofelia Moreno on Digital Dimwit's platform. And I love you, Digital Dimwit. I'm glad. I've already shared your video.
Thank you.
I'm going to lower this down on my side. Vamos por partes. I never said that she had taken advantage of the birthday club. And I know she's listening. What I said was people were saying that wasn't she one of the peacocks? I never knew what had happened with her. I'm glad she was on there to say her part of her cringing. Now, que no se haga pendeja ni ella, ni me voy a hacer pendeja yo. Alright? I'm including myself. Que no se haga pendeja ni ella ni yo. And everybody's gonna hear me out.
Okay.
Alright? When I did that, and I was trying to look for something black, y todos sabemos que si a un negro le dices negro, everybody's gonna call you a racist. I was trying to avoid the word black in Spanish. ¿Para qué se hace pendeja? Porque yo no me voy a hacer pendeja. Yo no soy racista because I was looking for something black. Yo no quería decir la palabra negro because I didn't want to offend anyone. Now, did I know this?
Hello?
Same thing.
Ophelia, I think you're breaking up.
Hasta arriba. Nobody was talking about her. Nobody was talking about her son. Nobody was being a racist. I was trying to avoid the word black. Y esta mujer se puso el pinche saco hasta arriba. Se la abrochó. Se pasó el zipper. But that's all right. Yo nunca dije that she was conning anybody out of any money. My peacocks were saying, hey, wasn't she in the club? Yes, she was. It doesn't matter. No tiene nada que ver. Yo no le tengo coraje porque se abrochó el saco hasta arriba. That's on her. Yo sé lo que yo soy y yo sé quién soy. And it's been proven in the last 5 days. Yo no soy una mujer racista. But because I was trying to avoid a word, ella cambió y volteó toda la plática. Now I will say it. Because their color is negro. ¿Verdad?
Okay.
Como Celia Cruz dice, la negra tiene tumbados. O el Celia Cruz que usted, they told me, tú también lo puedes decir. So if anybody gets offended because I say la palabra negro or negra, don't get offended. That is the word. Now, she even put, my sister said something or my auntie said something. Yo no puedo controlar lo que mis hermanas dicen. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
Cuando alguien le dice una palabra, cuando ella, y que no se haga la tonta. All this time that people have been bashing on me, she's been laughing. Have I been getting mad? I haven't been getting mad at her because she laughed. Have I?
No, and honestly, it just seems like a lot of this, like you said, like was misunderstanding. Like you were trying to look for another word,
And that's what it is.
and a lot of this stuff just snowballs. That's what it is. A lot of this stuff just snowballs, and it starts getting taken out of context. Like you could say someone is like black. I mean, if you look for the Spanish translation for black, it is
Negro.
exactly. It's just all about the connotation, the way it's used. Sometimes that hurts people.
Yo no quería ofender a nadie. Little did I know, pues ella tiene un hijo negro, ella lo dijo. And that's on her. Porque si ella quiere meter hombres colorados, morados, cafeses, blancos, negros y azules a su cama, vida, yo no me meto con sus fotos. I don't fucking troll anybody digital, alright? Otra cosa, yo nunca dije que ella, everybody, como ella lo dijo, everybody flirted with Baby Yoda. Si dije que si se le estaba ofreciendo, I do apologize. I used the word that went to the extreme. I did. So I do apologize for using the word ofreciendo because everybody was joking with him. But on the same token, porque otra vez, porque se hace la pendejita. Si over there, on No More Chisme, she was writing and saying and telling people that I had something to do with Baby Yoda, and that's a lie. So it's okay for her to say that I had something to do. ¿Qué está diciendo la pendeja ahorita, la otra? That I had an affair with Frank Mar. That's a lie. ¿Qué dijo Isabel Martinez? She was telling people that I had something to do with Baby Yoda, and that's a lie. I would never have hit it. Had I had something to do with Baby Yoda, why would I have hit it? So, o sea, volvemos a lo mismo, digital. Quieren abrir el hocico, pero nomás lo abro yo y se pegan para adentro. Le escala. Que no le escale. Let's just be fair. She had her turn, and I respected her turn. But this is it. It's over. No vamos a estar para atrás y para adelante como el pinche gato y el ratón. Alright? No vamos a estar así. Isabel Martinez said that she got offended because I talked about black people. No, I did not talk about black people. We were talking about one person. Pero a ella le cupó el saco, and she had her reasons. Se arrochó el pinche saco hasta arriba. Too bad, too sad. That's not my fault. Don't blame me for what you did. Yo no me enojo con todo el mundo because everybody's laughing. Yeah, she made the choice. She chose to have a black child. So obviously, she should have aguantar. Porque ella también la tira. She wants to dish it out, pero no quiere aguantar. So, yo no sé qué tantos años tiene, como tampoco me importa. Ya está grandecita. Que acepte lo que hizo y que acepte que yo no estaba hablando de ella. Y que yo no estaba siendo racista. Yo nada más no quería decir la palabra negro because I didn't want to offend anyone. And lo and behold, every Tom, Dick, and Harry out there got offended.
Yeah,
So
and that's kind of like the bad thing about us having platforms is any little like comment, any kind of like, anything we say could be taken out of context, and I'm gonna get to that.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna get to that as we go on with this roast.
It was taken out of context really because literally she should have embarked. The reason that I blocked her from my page, my personal page, because it is my personal page, was because somebody told me that she was talking about me. And I said, what the hell did I do? I didn't do anything for her to be bashing on me. She joined the people that was bashing on me on No More Chisme. Y que no te haga la pendejita, porque yo no me hago la pendeja. So that's all I wanted to say about her. Other than that, aquí estamos, and I'm listening to your show. I've already shared my video, so you might be getting more people on here.
And I appreciate it.
Your video.
And I appreciate it. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Let's go on with the platform. Your platform. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, I'm gonna take the number down for a bit. I just want to get what I have to say, and then we could have oh crap, we could have phone calls, we could have text, we could have back and forth, open platform afterwards. I just really want to get through this because there's a lot of stuff to go through. And Firewater's here. I've seen Firewater comment before on Ophelia's. Yeah, you're pretty funny. I like you. But let's get back to this roast. I really don't know what to say about this. This is like a very childish. It's very like there's no. I don't know. There's not even any like I don't even know what to say about it. I'm at a loss for word for this one. Very mature, and I would like to think that someone could come up with something a little bit better, something that hasn't been heard in every locker room, in every high school for the past 20 years. So we're gonna skip through this one. Wow, the lengths they go. Like I said, it's really not a length. It's just creating a fake profile. All you have to do is come up with an email. I have different ones that I need for different reasons, and put a name, put a picture. A lot of people will just add you just because of your location or what you like. So it's not very hard. It's not a lot of lengths. Apparently, it's easy because everyone does it. A lot of people that are commenting these things, And a lot of people here in the chat that I'm even reading have fake profiles too. So I don't know why I'm being attacked when I admit to it, and there's a lot of people still hiding and they refuse to. Vanessa herself has even admitted that she has over 200 fake profiles. So I'm guessing she's having a real good time. It could be her, like just having this conversation and commenting and high fiving, circle jerking herself right there. Any more comments? Okay, let's go to the next one. Just another Frank Marr. I've been called another Frank Marr. I've been called Frankie Jr. I've been called Normal Cheeseman Jr. Doesn't affect me. We have completely different styles of reporting stuff. Seems like a guy who's picked on all the time and rejected by women regularly. Okay. And now sit behind a computer claiming to do work. Only time I'm ever at this computer, I went and bought like a nice gaming computer. It lights up, the like pretty, Razer keyboard, mouse pad. I went all out on this computer. I love it, but I really don't use it, so it's not like I'm doing work or anything. Most of my stuff is done behind my phone because I'm living in the 21st century and you can pretty much do everything on your phone. Even my videos, I've edited my videos on my phone. So let's continue. As they stalk women they can never stand a chance with. I mean, I'm not Joe from You. I'm not stalking women constantly. Like I said, they've given me Vanessa's location. I've been given Vanessa's location several times. Even when she came last year to Edinburgh, kind of close to the street from me, because she needed her computer repaired. I could have gone. I didn't. I could have gone to go take a picture of her vehicle or a picture of her in her car. I didn't. Back when she was at Texas Thrift in McAllen, I could have gone. It's not that far from me. I didn't. So I don't think you could say I'm stalking someone if it's never been shown for me to share her location or share where she's at. And I could even give the information to anybody. I could say, hey, Inbox Fairy told me she's at this location right now. She's been here for 25 minutes. And I could start a crusade, like a fucking crusade to go get her and like expose her. But I don't. I'm not a mean-spirited guy. I'm not doing this to ruin her life. I did what I did because of the position she was trying to have. And I don't think I would ever want to date Vanessa. Nothing against her. She says she has the golden ratio. I don't think it's the golden ratio, but I've never gone and called her ugly. I don't think she's ugly. I don't think anyone's really ugly. Like maybe myself, when I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror, I say I'm ugly, but that's about it. I've never called her ugly. She's, beautiful in her own way. She has features that she loves and that she loves to share, and I'm not one to bash her on that. Like, you go, girl. But okay. The next point: play with your superhero figures and carry on. I will. I love my figures. Like I said, I got maybe about $7,000 worth of figures here. Maybe another 20 in my storage. And I mean, when you have expendable income, you could definitely buy stuff. So, I mean, hell yeah, I bought like a $400 lightsaber that I've never even used. But, if you have it, flaunt it. If you like it. Why are you hating on me for my hobbies? I'm going to keep my lightsaber here for protection because they're coming at me hard, people. No, I don't have any moderators. I don't need any moderators. I don't want anyone blocked. I want everyone to be able to say what they want, tell me what they want, because I know they're not going to do it to my face or in person. So if they want to hide behind a screen, a fake name, and a couple of keyboard clicks, I'll let them. It's the only way they're ever going to let me know how they feel about me. When he associates with Freaky Fang, it's not a real hashtag. Let's welcome him to the fun and games, people. I love fun and games. It's a parody and cheap entertainment, guys. Crocodile tears for views. Now, DD, PlayStation or Xbox? I had to buy 3 Xboxes in one summer because they kept on breaking, so I've been PlayStation ever since. That was back in the Xbox 360. Now, if you've followed my channel long enough, you know that this is a thumbnail that I've used for a very emotional, very personal, very... It was a tough video for me to talk about. And if they want to If they want to make fun of me because of this video, that's fine. Maxine Sinclair, she's my #1 fan, and I love her. I'm gonna do something special for her by the end of this video. Okay, I'm just making sure that y'all are actually able to see this. I'll go and explain it. You can go and watch this video. It's a very long video. It was one of my first videos to really blow up on a small scale. Of course, my channel was small at the time. It's still very small even now. But let's get real, guys. No more joking around or anything. When I was 6 years old, my mother passed away, and if you watch the video, you'll understand that I wasn't able to talk about it or have an outlet or anything while growing up. I really didn't talk about that to anybody. There's friends I had for years that never even knew. And then finally one day I felt it was finally ready I was finally ready to talk about it. It was what, 13 years, 14 years, maybe even more years for me to finally feel brave and comfortable enough to talk about my mother passing, me growing up without having a mother. I had a stepmother, but I mean, there's really no substitute for your blood mother. So yeah, I talked about that, and they want to go and poke fun at it. Doesn't bother me. I think that's pretty harsh. I've never gone to lengths like that. But if they want to make fun of me, it's a fake account, means nothing to me. But we can move on. Once a dork, always a dork. This is actually me, and thank you again from Maxine. She went digging through my Twitter, through my Facebook, through everything, and she's bringing back a lot of good memories here. Once a dork, always a dork. I am a huge dork. You could tell by the fact that I have all this stuff behind me. I have Star Wars flags. I have statues. I have Legos. So yeah, I'm a huge dork. Very proud of it. And I mean, look at that. I don't think I was a dork. This is prom. I graduated in 2009 from IDEA, and I'm looking good. I wish she would have found the other picture of me, because I went with a cap and a cane, and I love the way I look. It was kind of like punk rock, because I had skulls on my cane and skulls on my hat. My prom date was one of my best friends. This is one of my best friends. She was like my first high school friend, and it's awesome. I mean, I don't think I'm a dork for going to the prom with my best friend. It wasn't anything romantic. And I mean, she was voted All-American in high school. So I mean, she's the All-American girl. She wasn't on the bottom of the totem pole. I was like happy to go and have a good time with my best friend. So I mean, what do you think of my prom picture? I like it. I like the red. That's just me though. Okay, wow, I knew this guy was creepy. His creepy vibe was disturbing beyond belief. And then Maxine, #1 fan, is coming back saying I have DID, which I don't. I mean, it's not even funny to throw that at someone. It's actually recently been identified as a real mental disorder, and a lot of people who were claimed to have bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, are now being diagnosed with DID. It's a really big issue, and just throwing it around like that just to try and make a point. Nice little edit there. I did enjoy that. Oops. Again with DID, apparently I am this dude. I love this actor. This is one of my favorite actors. McAvoy, James McAvoy, good guy. And again, Maxine, love the comments. I love the attention. Actually, once she started like mentioning me on like her page and mentioning me in this group, my subscriber count went up a lot higher. So she's helping promote me a little bit and putting a little bit of money in my pocket. So Maxine, I love you. I've said it before. I'll say it again. We've seen how it has affected those men. Bash on any woman, victim of childhood sexual, emotional, or physical. Well, Uh, talking about childhood sexual like encounters, like that's wrong, gross. And that just really shows you the mindset that these Vanessa supporters are, or Vanessa herself. A lot of people in the comments are saying that this is actually Vanessa's profile, and it makes sense considering that I'm only being attacked right now because of what I said about Vanessa recently. It must have struck a nerve, probably really did. Um, I was never sexually assaulted. It's not something to joke about or even really talk about, unless you're trying to prevent it and do good towards a organization. Emotional, I've told you like what happened to me in my childhood. You could say that yes, I was emotionally affected as a child. Physically, I've never been physically like hurt as a child or anything. It's more common in men than women. That's good. That's a little bit of information for you, so I like that. Okay, I'm just reading the comments real quick. And then again, Alfred Hitchcock movie, love it, Psycho. I take it as a compliment, not that I'm being related to it, but that this person actually has good taste in movies, especially with the holiday. My favorite holiday coming out, Halloween, Spooktober, the pagan holiday Samhain. It's an awesome holiday. I celebrate it huge. I got my friend here. His name is Jeff, and I'm going to be decorating my backgrounds to have a lot more Halloween stuff. Trick or treat thing. Tomorrow I'll probably do a live walking around my house showing you all the Halloween stuff we already have up. Another natural born loser. Okay. This was actually from Keemstar. He's a really famous YouTuber too. He gives money to other creators and other people. He was giving out $500. He does it frequently. If you all know Keemstar, he's awesome. I put anything to dig myself out of debt and start my real life. And the reason I said that was because I didn't get financial aid, so I have to pay for college out of pocket. I graduated, so I mean I got that to help. But I mean $500, who's gonna say no to $500? I could help pay my student loans and start focusing on bettering my life, which is what everyone should aspire to be. Everyone should support anyone who wants to do better in their life and not just roll around and be in the same place all the time. This is the first time I interacted with Maxine. She wrote to me because Frank posted a picture of the police being at his house. You were so gullible. He wants to drink his Kool-Aid. Stop while he finishes dumbifying you. I used to enjoy watching the few videos you would upload every now and then. Thing is, me and Frank had talked about this before. I knew it was Photoshop. I went being concerned, just having some fun, and apparently it triggered Maxine, and she thought I believed it, which means the prank was a success. If it fools one person, you're doing it right. Here, I blurred it because she didn't blur it. Maxine didn't blur it. I blurred it myself because this is a friend of mine that I've had since second grade. She was like my best friend in elementary. We were really good friends in junior high. Stopped talking in high school, and like months ago we started like communicating and like just catching up. I haven't talked to her in a while, so I'll probably give her a heads up and hopefully that she hasn't been attacked for this because she has nothing to do with it. But she put nice, and I put what's the point of this? So obviously she's on my Twitter because I liked a few tweets that she had put up. I didn't even comment on them. I just liked them. And she put good taste. Okay, that's odd of you, but a thumbs up. Super random bringing up a friend I've had since second grade, but okay. And then her response, ask me if I care. Well, you're messaging me and sending me these things, so obviously you care enough to dig through my stuff, bring back some memories, send them to me, remind me of them. So obviously you do care, and I support, and I love that. I love that about you, Maxine. You chose to be a part of Frank the Freak. You misspelled there. It's Buckle. You were attracted to each other's tendencies. You are very much alike. Welcome to social media. You're finally here, getting some attention. Let's play. Cool story, bro. She never replied after that. I'm not bothered by it at all. I'm not bothered by it at all. She keeps treating that this is some game that we're gonna fight or anything like that. I mean, a lot of people are saying this is Vanessa. Vanessa, I've challenged you to trivia games and board games and what have you. You never accepted. So, I mean, if this is you accepting it, just let me know, get in my inbox, and I'll set that up. And remember, I said this is going to put money in your pocket too if you're brave enough to go against me. 1969, she's actually in the chat right now, so everyone say hi to 69. You're a sorry poor excuse of a man to pick on a woman. I really thought you were different, better. I feel for your wife. Your opinion is noted. Thank you for the comment and help me with my analytics. It helped. You had to open my video you had to visit my page, you had to open my video and comment. You helped me with at least 3 different forms of analytics. So I'm sorry I'm drinking a lot of water. It's just that it's pretty hot in here. So it doesn't bother me. You shouldn't feel sorry for her, for my wife. She supports me. She loves me. We laughed about all these things because I was showing her as they were coming in, saying like, oh, look what they're saying about me now. And the only thing I'm a little bit bothered is that my wife's being brought up into this. Like, she has nothing to do with it. And like I said, there should be a fine line. If you're going to engage in talking online, if you're going to engage in content creating, there should always be a fine line. Like, children should be out of it, spouses should be out of it. But these people don't play by the rules. I'm still playing by the rules out of respect, and I've always played by these rules, but they don't want to. So that kind of really shows the kind of person they are, to have these fake profiles just so they could say these things that are way out of line. And then this one, why is he talking about Vanessa? Start again. You'd be so cruel and lead her to believe you're someone she could trust, and trash talk and expose with your fake profile conversations. I've said it before, I'd never exposed her. Yeah, you could read those comments there. Haven't contacted her since, like, it's almost a year at this point since I ever had any communication with this fake profile. And it wasn't to get ahead of the game. It wasn't to expose her. It wasn't to anything. It was just to show that I was active on her profile so I could stay on the profile and continue making my content, since she was blocking a lot of people and going after a lot of people. And I think that's it. No, I know there's other stuff. I know that people, especially this Maxine is even going, and she posted a picture of when I proposed to my wife. I proposed to my wife at Disney World. We love going there. It wasn't our first time going, so we went, and I decided to do it. And I mean, it was romantic. Like, I don't know any girl growing up that might, I mean, I'm sure there's a few, but I know one of the dreams is to, get married, have a castle there. I did it there. We're both huge Disney fans, and one of my favorite memories that I'll cherish for the rest of my life is getting down on my knee in front of this giant castle that we both love and admire. And I just want to know what everyone thinks. Like, what does everyone think about these attacks on me? Like, I admit, maybe I was wrong to create a fake profile. I'm admitting it. I'm admitting that I had it, that I used it. But there's so many fake profiles that continue to attack. And I'm ignoring those comments. I'm ignoring those comments. My live was supposed to be completely different. I went and got that one chip challenge. I was going to do that and try and recite like a play or something for fun. But I feel like I just had to address this, like, kind of keep, like, if you want to bash me, that's fine. It's your opinion. You're allowed to. But I mean, my wife has nothing to do with it. There was another comment somewhere where they mentioned my daughter. My daughter has nothing to do with it. Like, she loves this. She loves that I make YouTube videos. And when I told her, like, I'm making money on YouTube now, like, she thinks that's the greatest thing and she wants to start her YouTube channel. And every time I go live, she always asks if she could come and say hello. And she's always asking if she could, like, say hi to the people who are always commenting. And I want her to, because she loves YouTube. Like, her dream is to be a YouTuber. And when I started my channel, me and her would make videos together. Like, if you go all the way back, me and her would make videos together. I don't want to expose her. Like, as much as I would love to, like, yes, like, come sit here, like, we'll answer questions, or she could, come and show her newest toy or something. I would love to have her come and say hello to y'all, because she's, a beautiful, kind-hearted, huge heart person, and she really wants to say hi to everyone. but I feel that haters are gonna attack her, say things about her. They're gonna say I'm exposing her to get more views. I'm doing this to protect her. If there wasn't so much hate towards me or anything, I would love to have a little 5 minutes where Emily could tell you a story or just have fun. But I'm keeping her away from that until all this hate dies down. Talking about my mom, uh, a lot of people mentioned my mom, and that's still a very sore subject. But it's a sore subject because it gets me thinking about the situation with me and my mom. It doesn't hurt that they're using her name to try, or not her name, but like her title to try and hurt me. It's a blank profile. They're doing what they want to get a rise out of me. They're thinking I'm gonna go and pull a Vanessa and start yelling and attacking people. I haven't yelled or attacked anyone. I'm just saying what's my side of all this. And one of the reasons why I know this account is, or one of these accounts is Vanessa, is because oh, how could you be making money with one subscriber when Lona had two? Uh, she did. If you see a profile that has ads running on it, there you're making a little bit off of it, not like a lot, like not big YouTube money. And it also helps with the kind of content. If you do content that is very suitable for the YouTube platform, they'll promote it more and you'll actually get more off the advertisements. So that's why a lot of my past lives, it's like girl friendly, like we're joking around and having a good time, and that actually helps with my revenue. Like I was saying, the reason I know it's Vanessa is because the comment I made about her possibly, it's unproven, it's just what people have told me. The possibility of her having a stepsister. Well, now this person's coming and talking about my sister. I had my sister on one of my shows in the past, so everyone knows I do have a sister. But like talking about her, like what does she have to do with anything? Like I don't think my sister's any ever watched any one of my videos. I don't think she's ever commented on anything. Like she has her own life. She's an adult. I do my thing. She just knows I do this like kind of on the side thing. So there's no even reason to bring her into it. I'm curious to see what they're gonna say now. I know it's gonna be interesting. And apparently Vanessa's in here. And Vanessa, you're more than welcome to go. I'll even, what I'll do? I'll open up the phone line again. Let me get this real quick. If any of those haters, like 1969, Maxine, if anyone wants to call in and prove that they're not Vanessa, or address to me face to face where I could respond in real time rather than having to get sent screenshots, I'm all for it. If anyone wants to do that, I'm not gonna turn anyone away. Let me see. Oh, I do have some text. Okay, let's read some text. I'm not gonna use any of the numbers or names. My pet peeve is Cash Apps. Oh wait, that's an old one. Sorry. Uh. Oh, this is an old one. A lot of people. Okay, anonymous, please. I'm not gonna address you. Telling people don't clean up their area after eat. Oh, that's another one. Okay, apparently no one's texting me. These are all old text messages that I'm barely reading. So yeah, if Vanessa wants to call in, she can. If any of these people who claim they are not Vanessa but claim that they're supporters of her want to call in, awesome. I'll talk to you one on one. I'm not threatened. I'm not bothered. I wasn't even gonna address it, but I figured, you know what? They're kind of talking about family, and family should always be off the table. V2's they're all too scared to call in, and I know they are. And knowing the way Vanessa works and these other profiles work, they're gonna go and say that desperate for views, so that's why I'm doing this video. They're gonna say that I want attention. They're gonna say I'm narcissistic. They're gonna say how sad that no one called in when I've already had two callers. They're gonna say it's pathetic. They're gonna say that I'm bashing women. They're gonna say a lot of these things, and I could already predict it. Hello everyone. I see a lot more people are coming in now. But I said I was gonna do something special for Maxine, and I am. Let me put my lightsaber. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep my lightsaber up here. I spent way too much money on this, and I don't want it to get destroyed. Let's see what I'm gonna do for Maxine. Almost there, people. I should have prepped this a little bit. Oh, retired life. Put in $2.99. Thank you very much. I didn't even know you could do that on my page. Oh yeah. Speaking of money, I've said it. This money's not going in my pocket. If the money I make on YouTube, I'm not touching it. I sold some shirts, and those shirts are gonna be going out. And I want to say, the furthest person that ordered a shirt is in Philadelphia. So I've reached people in Chicago, California. The furthest my shirt is going is in Philadelphia, and the profits I made off of my shirt is all going to charities. I'm donating everything. I don't need this money. So let me get to that right now. Okay, what I'm gonna do is, since like I appreciate Maxine, she's giving me attention. She gave me the content to make this video to do this, so it's gonna bring in even more revenue. So thank you, Maxine. She actually posted her Cash App, which is $Gone Girl. I looked for it because I was gonna send her money as, you know, a good gesture. I was gonna send her, you know, a couple of bucks for like, thank you for the content, thank you for putting more money in my pocket. But just like the profile's fake, so is the Cash App. There is no Cash App with $Gone Girl. So what I'm gonna do instead of that is the money I wanted to give her for giving me the idea for this content, for giving me a little bit of attention. I'm gonna put that money towards Mental Healthness Foundation. Since she wants to talk about mental health and say I have DID, I'm gonna make a donation in her name. So let me get this ready, and I'll show you, and I'll post it later. Let's see. Let me put my credit card information. I'm not gonna put that. I am not gonna make this anonymous. I am going to put on behalf of. I don't even know her full name. Oh, Firewater. I was selling shirts. It's the Digital Dimwit shirt I'm always wearing. It's just black. It has my logo and my name. I sold a couple of those, and all profits went to charity. Well, and some of it's going to go to charity too, because I still have some money that I need to sit through and donate. Okay, this is going to be on behalf of Maxine Skinner, #1 Digital Dimwit fan. Just so when this goes to the organization, they see that. I misspelled digital. I'm a dimwit. All right, let's see. Hopefully you can see it on the camera. Oops, let me center this off. I can't. Right there. Oh. Let's see. Where do I get my phone? Hello? Hello? Wait, do I have this right? Oops. Sorry, hold on. I have my microphone connected wrong. Give me 1 second. Hello?
That's okay.
All right, I got you.
Can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I know that this is your platform. This is Ofelia Moreno. Y aquí nomás tus chicharrones truenan. I know that. But when you have people threatening.
Hello?
Hey, I'm right here.
Okay.
So when you have people threatening people, and I know because it happens to me, sometimes we don't see all the comments that are coming in.
Mm-hmm.
But there's Vanessa with her fake profiles is threatening people. And so I know you can't see it and you don't want to block anybody. So you have to make that choice. Just wanted to let you know. It's your platform. Y aquí nomás los chicharrones truenan, but she's really getting out of hand.
No, and I know she is. I know she's mad right now because I mean, she's been proven wrong. Like every time she comes at me or I speak about her, I do prove her wrong in a way. So I understand she's mad. I'm not gonna block it because I mean, once like if she does ever decide to stop or if she does go to prison and like disappear, we're going to see all these profiles disappear at the same time. And that's just going to be further proof that she was behind these. So once she stops, I would want to like go back and look at all these, see that they're inactive to be like, okay, that was her, that was her, that was her. And in case I need to build a case on anything because threats were made against me or my family, which is domestic violence, reports can be made and charges could be added to that. So I'm not bothered by it right now. I'm going to save all this. My recording is actually recording as I'm doing this, so that way in case she goes back to try and delete stuff later on, I already have the real thing before she deleted anything.
Okay, well let me just tell Christy something since we're still in the air. If she thinks that I'm gonna go to jail, guess who's gonna go to jail first? I ain't scared. I know what I did and I know what I have. So she can keep wishing. Y con esto me despido. And we'll see you guys after the show.
All right, yeah, everyone go tune into Ophelia. I'm sure she has some great things to talk about afterwards.
Andale.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, so I made the $10 donation to Mental Health Foundation under Maxine Skinner. #1 fan of Digital Dimwit. Keep up the good work. And since Vanessa's being brought up again, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a donation somewhere else to in Vanessa's name as a Digital Dimwit fan. And if she wants to fight it and say that, she wants that money back, I'm leaving it in her name in case she wants to retract it. I'm sure she can find a way for the money to go to herself, but she's going to be taking money away from charity and those who actually do need it. So I want to go ahead and make a donation under Vanessa's name to show that I'm not a hateful person. I'm here giving money away to those who need it here. And who knows, maybe I'm doing more good under the Vanessa name than she's done with her own name. And people are here saying like, well, why am I still talking about her? I'm being thrown into here. Like my life today was going to be something completely different. And this is happening, so that's why I'm just addressing it. I don't get brought into it unless someone brings me into it first. I had already walked away, hung up my hat, hung up my coat, and had stopped the Vanessa thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna have complete transparency. I'll go ahead and I'll post these images on my Facebook to show that I actually am doing these donations. And we have someone else. I was already gonna end it, but let's see. Hello?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, who's this?
This is Sterling from Charleston, South Carolina.
Hey, did we speak before in the past?
Yeah, we spoke once before in the past.
Yeah.
A month ago.
Yeah. How are you doing, man?
Life is good. I see you're tangled up in some drama.
Yeah. I appreciate you for watching again, though.
Yeah, I really don't know what all this drama is about. I guess I'll rewind and go back and listen, but I did pick up on some of it has to do with race and racial relations. Am I on the right track?
That was like one of the sparks of it, and really against racism. I've talked about issues where I had to deal with racism against me, so like it's just something that shouldn't even be brought up anymore. Racism should be like in the history books, and everyone should just move on from that. Like you stop using that as a crutch,
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay, yeah. Well, I have some questions about racism I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Can a black person be racist against white people?
Racism is any race against another race. It's not like racism is only against black people, Asian people. It's like anyone's capable of being racist against another race.
And what is well then maybe I should have started with that like a definition, your definition of racism.
Basically putting someone down just solely on the color of their skin without actually knowing the person, putting someone down because of perhaps their heritage, their customs. I believe that's racism, like going bashing someone just because their skin's maybe a few pigments darker than yours, and you don't know the person. You're just going based on what they look like.
Okay, so are you familiar with other definitions? I guess maybe of racism, or are you familiar with other people, especially like I have a lot of black friends, and I hear them say that it's not possible for a black person to be racist against white people. Have you ever heard this argument?
I've heard that argument, and it's odd on how popular that argument is. But I don't see how you could say that black people can't be racist against white people.
Well, I've been looking into it a little bit, and it just basically what it boils down to me, the way I see it is, it all depends on your definition of racism. Like
okay.
The definition that you gave right there, under your definition, sure. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't see why a black person couldn't be racist the way you define it.
Mm-hmm.
But I talk to these people and that see it, these people that see it as, the other view that say, the people that say that, a black person can't be racist is because they use a definition, different definition. And their definition basically includes something about basically coming from a place of power, and that because black people don't have the power that the white people have, they can't be racist. So and it basically is a system that keeps another race inferior.
Okay, I could kind of see that, but so you can only be racist if you're in a position of power. Right.
Basically, yes, and yes, exactly. And because black people, and see, that's the thing. What I'm learning is, I guess it also has to do with where you live and when you live there. I'm assuming we're talking about current, like 2021.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, in other words, at least in America, in 2021, it's impossible for a black person to be racist against white people because they don't have the power to flip, the socio hierarchy, and they don't have that power to turn it around, so therefore they can't be racist. Is the way I understand it. And
Yeah.
Botched the definition.
No, but I get where what you're trying to say. I mean, I don't know. I don't really believe in that. I think there's a difference between racism and prejudice. I mean, people could be prejudiced against each other for the looks, like I said earlier. Maybe I was leaning a little bit more towards that definition. But with the whole idea of coming from power, I'm Hispanic. I'm a brown person of color. Typically in society, we don't have a lot of power. So does that give me the freedom to go and say racial slurs to Anglos who are like, typically Anglos are the 1% in America? Like, am I free? Like, do I get a free pass? Since they're in power and I'm not, like, can I go and use any racial Anglo slur against them and, like, I'm not considered racist?
Ooh, yeah, well, are you free to do it? I guess technically, yes. You're free to go and say whatever you want, but to be not considered racist, yeah, I don't know. That gets into the question because when you use the other definition, as so many of my black friends do, then it's interesting to get into questions like that. Well, okay, can a brown person be racist against a black person? Can a black person be racist against a brown person? What about, an Asian American? And it raises
yeah, or like someone Middle Eastern, like where I live, Hispanic Mexicans, Hispanics are brown people of color are a minority, but where I live, we're the majority. So does that flip, like, based on your location? Like, there's not. When I went to high school, there was only 2 Anglo females in my high school in my graduating class. If you look around the country, they're the majority, but based on the location, they were the minority. So does that alter the level of power to where they can't say anything against me.
Right. Does localized power count?
Yeah.
Or does it have to be like federal level? Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I was hoping to have that conversation with you, but your definition of racism isn't exactly what I was hoping for. But
Yeah.
that's okay. That's okay. Let me ask you this question. Can a person who is born as a male identify as a female?
I mean, they, especially now, this is a very like touchy subject, especially with the way the world is right now. But they can identify as whatever they want. I could identify as a garden hose. I could identify as anything, and like, who's to say I'm wrong? It's when you get into like the actual like paperwork, like birth certificates, having to get into applying for licenses. That's when it all depends on what the government's saying, and the government has full control of that, to say yes or no. I can't say yes or no, but I do believe if someone wants to say they're a female, or say they're a male, or say that they're a big bird, say that they're a Chevy truck, they could call themselves whatever they want. It's not affecting me. If someone comes to me, if someone who was born a female comes up to me and say, "Hey, I'm a male, call me a male," it's not going to affect me. It doesn't change what I am. So if they want to call themselves that, they call themselves that. Like, it's not hurting anyone. Like, people do get hurt because they're identifying themselves as something completely different, and that's kind of sad. Like, that's just being attacked for your own beliefs, which shouldn't happen. But who am I to say you're born this, be this? You're born this, don't call yourself anything else because you're wrong. Like, I'm a nobody to be saying anything like that.
Well, a lot of people would say that, they don't make the argument that a person born male could identify as female, but they make the argument that a person born as a male could identify as a woman because gender and sex are different. So I was just trying to see you out on that.
And if it's like the physical aspect, I mean, there's surgery. Like, change yourself if you want to change yourself. That's fine. That's your freedom to do that. That's like saying, if I was born a paraplegic, and I went and got myself, arms and legs that work, that I'm able to use to where anyone outside couldn't tell that they aren't my artificial limbs. Like, does that give him the right to come up to me and say, why are you trying to be like this? That's not how you were born. You should stay the way you are. Like, that's just wrong.
Interesting. Can a person can a white man identify as a black man?
Okay, and that's similar to I know there is the case. There is that female who was claiming to be of a different race because of work issues and to work in her favor. Basically, we're all from the same boiling pot. We all have a little bit of something inside of us. What you choose to address yourself as is up to you. Like, if I went and did a 23andMe and I said I was 2% of my genes came from Africa, I'm perfectly capable of saying, okay, I consider myself African. I mean, if it's in you, it's in you. Now, if you go and you have no trace of it, I think that kind of steps on the morals of your surroundings. Like, if it's acceptable where you are, okay, fine. But if you're trying to claim it just to get a scholarship, if you're trying to get it because of affirmative action, if you're trying to get it just to benefit you, when deep down you know that's not the case, like, that's where it's wrong.
Could a person who's 2% African use the N-word?
I really don't think the N-word should be used at all. It could be used as a sign of, like, as a camaraderie between friends. Like, I'm Mexican. I could I could call my friend like a beaner, or I could just call him, a derogatory term, and that's our thing. Like, I don't think anyone could go, especially if you don't know the person, and call it. That's like just going up to someone and saying, "Hey, you look like you're ugly." Like, you don't know this person. You don't know how this person's going to react to it. You don't know this person's morals, how they like it. I know there's some people that do like using the N-word. They're okay with it. That's fine. That's, again, their morals. That's what they believe in. That's what they want to do. I just focus on me. I just focus on what I could do, what I believe is right, and I think that's what a lot of people need to do. They just need to focus on like their thing. They need to get their morals straight before they start going on others.
Okay, well, my last line of questioning, because you brought it up, is about that gender change. You mentioned that just a minute ago.
Okay.
And you said, if you identify as another gender or another sex, rather, that, there's surgeries out there, get the surgery, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
My question to you, and my final question is, basically, if you had, let's say, a 14-year-old son,
Okay.
and your 14-year-old son comes to you and says that, now they identify as a girl,
Mm-hmm.
female. And should your 14-year-old child be able to get sex change, and should they be able to do those hormone blockers?
Okay.
Now keep in mind, like if your child takes estrogen at 14, they're gonna miss male puberty and they're gonna damage their sexual organs probably permanently. Obviously, if they get the surgery. So my last and final question to you is, should your 14-year-old child be able to decide that?
Okay, that's a very tricky topic, and I'm not gonna say what's right or wrong. I'm gonna say what I would do because I'm only speaking for myself.
Mm-hmm.
In that kind of situation, if my child said that they wanted to switch genders, I would treat it like a tattoo. You don't go to a tattoo shop and go to the tattoo artist and say, "Hey, paint a huge scorpion on 3/4 of my face."
Mm-hmm.
Like any tattoo artist will say, you know what, that's such a drastic change. You don't have experience in this tattoo field. Why don't you try this? And it will be like a temporary one. And I would do that the same treatment with my child in that situation. I'll be like, okay, let's take baby steps. Let's not jump straight into the deep end yet. We'll take baby steps to see if you're comfortable with it. And if it is something that makes you happy, okay, we'll talk about it down the road. But I'm not going to go and say, you know what, you're wrong, you're a child, you're my child, you're under 18, you're not going to do this. Like, I'm going to support my child no matter what. Gay, straight, bi, trans. I'm going to support my child because I love my child. So I'm just going to... Yeah. Yeah, I know. So I'm just going to... Like I said, I'm just answering for myself. I would be in full support of whatever makes my child happy. I don't want my child to be miserable. I know the suicide rate the suicide rate is pretty high for those who aren't fully accepted, especially by their parents. And I love my child. I don't want anything to happen to my child, so I'm going to do anything to keep my child happy.
Well, thanks for taking my call. I know you got other callers.
All right, thank you very much for calling in. I hope to talk to you again. I like talking to you, man.
Hey, anytime. Take care.
All right, you too. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up pretty soon. That was pretty deep talk. Every time I talk to him, it's like a real deep conversation. I love that. Hopefully no one was offended. I'm gonna be ending this soon because I know Ophelia is gonna be coming on soon. I will be posting the donations made in Maxine's name, in Vanessa's name, and if you see them, hear from them, let them know that they're doing a good job. I did great things in their name because they're doing great things in mine. And also, Halloween's coming up, and I want to do. I'm in a giving mood right now. So I'm going to come up with a contest idea, and I'm going to do a huge Halloween gift basket giveaway. I want to put decorations. I want to put candy. I want to put like maybe a movie or excuse me, I'm gassy. I'm taking in too much air instead of breathing it out. I want to do like a really nice giveaway, and I have a very big surprise. I'm going to go on location to a haunted location sometime this week and do a live there and tell the story. And I'm ready for Halloween to start, so let's get in that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it now. I love you all for being here as long as you were. Everyone's able to make their own decisions, their own opinions. If you don't like me, that's fine. I'm not gonna hate you just because of your opinion, and it should be the other way around as well. You all shouldn't hate me just because of what I say or what I believe. And silent viewer, possibly I've talked to him before. I don't think there's anything. We had a good conversation last time. Ghost hunting October 31st. That's the good thing. That I guess I could announce that now. I'm gonna try ghost hunting throughout the entire month. I went and bought the book Ghost Stories of the Rio Grande Valley. It was written by a teacher at IDEA, and I'm sorry. Let me see. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna take any more calls because I want to end this real quick. It's steak night. We're gonna go watch a scary movie. But yeah, I'm gonna go haunted locations. I'm gonna tell their stories, and I'm gonna put a camera that records in 360. So with your phone, you'll be able to turn and look and see what you want to see at these locations. Maybe tomorrow I'll try and do that. But like I said, I'm gonna think of a giveaway. I want to give some Halloween treats to everyone. This is my favorite holiday, favorite time of the year. So stay tuned for that. If you're new here, you could subscribe. If I'm not your cup of tea, no problem. Thank you for at least giving me the chance and joining me. And I hope you all have a good night and stay out of the rain if you can. Hopefully everyone stays safe. I'm going to end it here. See you. Wait a second. I did a giveaway for one of my subscribers, Marie. I've been waiting for her to get into my inbox so I could send her the money. She could send me her Cash App. I'm not avoiding her. I've been waiting for her to message. So if she's in here, you still have money coming your way too. I guess I'm just giving a lot of stuff away today. But yeah, Marie, you could reach out to me. You could put your Cash App in here. I'll send the money directly to you. Like I said, I'm not trying to avoid you, and I really hope you buy something cool with this money. I'd really like to share that with you. But like I said, I'll see you later, and I'm gonna go get ready.